catch up from where I was coming from. So basically, the whole copyright abuse thing where somebody use your content without the right procedure, you can strike them video or you can like claim it.
Yeah.
These guys have gone through the utmost way of using the content ID where basically the content ID is like forbidden territory. It's like that place in the Harry Potter called again.
Last Woods.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Wampin Willer. Say, the YouTube community has just silently agreed, say, no one should ever abuse that section. This brother, Aiden Ross, decided, say, let's do this. They have effectively screwed over about 21 plus creators. YouTube find out about it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wasn't Aiden Ross the same guy who was on the tape wagon, but then all of a sudden, like he got really emotional when they kicked him off of what was it, stream?
Yep.
But then they showed that he wasn't acting like right to begin with.
Yep. Spot on.
You understand me? So it's crazy, but yeah, continue.
Yeah, so basically. Basically, people call them up on it, because analyze us the videos them people are lose and the views from them. Man, them actually are steal active money from the people them. Zine? And a few people are not too upset losing that amount of money because even one chick, our fan base, I think at 33K she have compared to Ishowspeed's 18 million viewers. She used a few clips of him, or she was reacting to one of his videos, and she got 700,000 views. And I believe, if I recall from what the guy was saying, she made almost $700 off of the video. And she lost all of that money.
Wow.
Level of anger I felt when I was watching that entire thing. And then, the thing that pissed me off the most? The same thing that we keep on talking about, Bradshaw. The lack of accountability. The minute you get caught shitting in the urinal. Oh, I'm young. I'm gonna do dumb stuff. That's his car. I'm like, you are a 18-year-old man, not a boy, who has 8 million viewers, can do all this nonsense, but you there give people money with 80 million viewers. Interesting. But the sad thing about it is, Bradshaw, is that nothing is really going to be done about it. Just like our Fresh and Fit will still have their YouTube channel despite obvious reasons of why they should be permanently banned forever. So you just see these things and it just breaks your heart. Just that more makes you wonder, why certain things happen to certain people. But I digress.
See, so if you show acknowledge it, they don't communicate like adults. They communicate like children.
That's the whole point, right? So Black Ink, they're trying to steer it instead of Black Ink being like argue. Black Ink is now a brand, so they're not trying to promote like hands throwing and whatever. So Caesar, he got in trouble because of the dog brutality, right? Like hitting the dog. So he's out. He's completely cut off of the show. He can no longer be on here. So now their thing is like they gotta start up a whole new thing because Caesar can't be like Black. So they gotta start from. So now they doing auditions for other people.
It's still his company.
Yeah, huh?
It's still Caesar's company.
Yeah.
The name, the brand is still his.
Yeah.
He may not be longer be tied to the show, but
he can't be like.
But if they damage his brand, he can do something about that.
Yeah, but because.
I know, I get it.
Yeah, it's like he got it. So basically, since he's the original, he started up Black Ink, whatever. Like his day ones that started with him, they're branching off and they're doing a different company
Mm-hmm.
because what they're saying is like it's like the show is done. So now they're trying to be like, all right, we're gonna do our own thing, and then like we're gonna like rename it, rebrand it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's still gonna be black people
Mm-hmm.
through a different, yeah.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sorry about that, doctor.
That's cool.
That is messed.
They don't want the violence. They want to move.
That is messed up. And this young man has been out millions and millions of subscribers.
Yep.
I mean, this man has guests. Even Drake, I believe, shot him up 1 or 2 times.
But man, this man went as far as for go all time way for do everything in import for me, Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, how would him do that? The man is still a piece of trash.
Mm-mm.
Let me say it out of my work. One of my brethren, make the mistake I try, play devil's advocate the weekend when the whole away attack. Bradshaw, when me say me done with him, bossy comes off a left out of the group.
What's that?
Come comes and tell him say, it's people like it. Me say me comes and take on the Bob Marley vibe. Me say people like every day. When you call out the foolishness, you just go continue instigate because maybe he was just going through a phase. Me I say, would you say the same thing if a woman did thief $500,000 from a man for him cheating on her? Would you have the same tone? Silence. I'm gonna say,
Of
but
course,
man, there is no defense for someone going out of them way to abuse the algorithm system when it is already effed up. It's hard enough when YouTube bot system a ban videos wanna make no sense. Then you have them brother I take money through content ID. Are you for real?
And the wickedest part is these are the same people who do the same thing and them react to people's videos. They do the same, two of them do the same things.
No, you have to know where the whole light stem from, Bradshaw. People react to the man videos, a little bit of criticism. Let my true alpha male show now.
And they say, remember
a
that
little bit of
argument
criticism, Now all of a sudden, no, it's a problem. Oh boy.
That's not the weirdest thing is. Just to let that be aware to people. Alpha males don't care. Majority of them really, if you are not on the scope or the level where you can affect my money, affect my status, I mean, since the year I start, he has proven that he's capable of owning his own when that girl tried to, snake him. He held his own, he held his composure. He acted like a man, for the most part. You understand me? But be honest with you, some parents, what do I put this? When you're supposed to check a child, but because that child is being revered by teachers and everybody else, you give them a pass. I believe that's what happened to him. When things started going his way, his parents saw his success, they eased back when it comes to certain things. I've watched clips of his streams and on the way of him acting, I'm like,
bro, it is absolutely, it's not funny. I swear it's not funny. It's one of the most annoying things I've ever seen in my life, and this is coming from someone who I have seen videos of Among Us stream players. I'm not telling that. No, that shit is actually funny because you kind of resonate with that because you play the game. But you hear the man, brother, for sure how bad it be seen. All right, so the man did have one stream where I talk with this girl, right? And the man said, if we're the last 2 persons on earth and we need to reproduce to save the world, would you do it with me? And the girl said politely, no. No, boss, after that, brother, man said, who's gonna stop me though? I'm like, whoa.
Repeat that?
The girl politely said, no. Boss said, but who's gonna stop me though? I said, whoa, hold on.
There you go.
I said, hold on.
That's not
Pause.
a joke.
Did I just hear that?
That was not a joke.
Oh my God, your daughter. She's something else. Watch her over here doing her art.
And then, you see, if it was just a one-off thing, Bradshaw, I would have said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, fine.
Yeah, right
Same
now.
thing.
Like long before you mentioned it, I was watching it. But yeah, sorry.
Yeah, let's say if it was just a one-off and the man said, well, I say, all right, cool, fine. Maybe it's just weird like that. Then the man say it again, on different stream. Then the man going on a restaurant, go say it. I look for nobody and I say, is it that is self-awareness that lacking in our generation now? These days?
Success caused that. Success and a low level of morals anymore. When parents see them children deteriorating, like all right, there was this girl that came on the show once, right?
Yeah.
And she hella drunk and her dude, Blueface, whatever, I think that's his name. And this girl was really wild and she destroyed it. She hit and destroyed his door. But then I realized something, like from my own wife telling me about that same guy and that same girl. Because at first, like, yo, what? Why doesn't he leave her? And then my wife's like, nah, he can't. We said, why? Because when she has his kids, saying no, because he's her enabler. Huh? I'm like, yeah. There are times when he that's there are times when this person he knows that well, he was trying, I guess. So he knows when the cameras are off, he leaves her alone. And then like she said she watched a show and the dude Blueface or something his name. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
Those of you who know what I'm talking about, we're talking about a young lady who premiered on the show more than once. And 9 out of 10 times she's drunk out of her flipping mind. First, I went the route and said, oh my God, I can't believe her. She has no decency. She has no this and this about her. Doesn't she know that people are judging her for what she be even blah? I went the quote unquote self-righteous direction. She should have known better. She did, she that, devil knows what. And the world keeps going on. Come to find out, the people who in power with. Wow.
Okay, so this
Erase. I think you're talking about.
Yeah. You watched it?
No, you tell me about it. I'm definitely going to check it out.
So basically, he has these things that take him back, and he tries to like save people.
I get
It's
that.
a memory that he's seen before.
Oh, okay.
Or been through before, but he has the ability to like try and save them.
Okay, that's awesome.
But he gets weird feelings. So now he has a feeling this is about an abduction. And he's like coming like his friend's gonna get abducted.
Wow. Sorry about that. But yeah, I realized something as well, people. You can't call yourself a man and act emotional when it comes to certain things. Certain things. I'm not saying all things, certain things. You shouldn't be. And people, this goes for all the young men them out there who don't understand it. Worth desiring, something worth wanting in a man or a woman, especially if you're serious about life. Anybody, and I repeat, gentlemen, any woman that leads with, I just want you to spoil me, or my exes used to spoil me, or I didn't have anything, I was given because I deserve it. Walk away. Walk away. It's not being this. Understand this. Real men understand, sir. All right. This is
take, because this generation of men aren't being raised the same. So he's a perfect example of how money and believing that equates to him being of the way how him address himself when him talk. It doesn't scream adult to people. It screams entitled child. Big man thing. If anybody ever tell me him age, I think he was like 15. The way him behave. Through 3/4 time stream them. Oh, by the way, you're hearing any noise in the background? Tomorrow is the 4th of July.
I know.
So people buy them fireworks. So don't take it the wrong way, people. If you're hearing it, by the way, fireworks sound like bombs going off up here.
I mean,
Think
I'd be
clap out.
surprised. I'd be surprised if it didn't sound like a bomb at this point.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised. Every direction, boom, 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 boom. Wow. Tomorrow is going to be so bad that driving on the road is going to be so smoky. I think we have fog in summer.
They say it's gonna be just as bad as New Year year right about now.
But I don't think Jamaica take the cake like how that place take the cake. Come here, I tell you, the roadway, the thoroughfares, all smoke, And again, this is summer, not winter. There should be no fog anywhere, but show how thick the smoke is. Yes, sir. All them fireworks launching into the air. No, like 1 year I did save some money and buy some. It was cool. It was loud, but it was cool. I enjoyed it too. My daughter, she eventually got over her fear. She did not like the loud explosion before the thing goes off. But she's starting to adjust. But yeah, sorry about that, move straight off. But yeah, this whole alpha male argument needs to be, and again, I've already discussed it. But try to understand this, gentlemen. When a woman normally turns a man down, he should just take it as it is. Female nature. That one is just not the one for you. Keep it moving. The only time it should really concern you is when it's more like 6, 7 women a get the same feedback. That means it's no longer a them issue, it's a you issue. Keep it moving. I hate that people believe so because having money equates to high value. It really doesn't. And the whole concept of high value, people believe that because they have money, they are considered high value. It's not. A high value man is a man of service to others. That people keep tending to forget. You are of service to a group of people who are either similar or on the same level of trajectory as you, that are also of help to other people in the group and quote unquote the community. Having money means that you make money. That's it. You're a high earner. That's it. You're not high value. You just make good money. Just like this guy Kai. Clearly, him lack control of his emotions. That's probably one of the hallmarks of a high value man. Well, a true high value man. Learn to control your emotions. Not getting ticked off because that person said something that you did not like. Not going out of your way to try to make people look stupid. That's why right now Aiden Ross, even pretty much almost if not non-existent anymore. This is why Aiden right now, in more life, more thing is in turmoil now. Aiden, Sneaker, and the list goes on.
I mean, Sneaker brought his own downfall, to be honest.
Well, I don't know. I'm about to say, Sneaker tried something different. You know, the things that my mother never work out. And I'll be honest with you, Sneaker
Mm-hmm.
was also one of the few people who did somewhat let me question the way I was thinking as well. And don't take it as wrong. I'm not saying that Sneaker was, oh my God, but he did put something in my head that I was leaving out. And I guess this is the whole red pill missing links, which is correct. Having money, being successful, doesn't necessarily equate to a good partner. Having money doesn't equate or means that you'll be a great father. Having money doesn't equate that you'll be able to understand or relate to the woman or the woman that you are with. People need to understand something. Just as much as them say a woman can fake just to get what she want, a man can fake to get what he want to. And there's a lot of men right now living delusional and kind of silly, whimsical fantasies as it relates to women nowadays. And again, the original conversation, even though you did want to address it, as far as I'm concerned, Aiden and Sneeko, not Sneeko, Aiden and Kai, them a live them life, Rasta.
Mm-hmm.
God say what goes up must come down, and I say you can't do them underhanded, hand things. That's because you want to make an extra buck. Marky, this guy is not broke. He's far from broke. You understand me? The amount of
That I think will
amount
piss off a lot of people.
during his streams alone, sir. The amount of money that man makes during one stream. You
And
understand me? That's like a good
you know
two.
the funniest thing, Brother, about Speed. This man has already been banned from Twitch, So
Mm,
as far as I'm concerned, it's only a matter of time till him just forgive himself. I mean, YouTube is a far,
mm,
bigger horse to feed when it comes to,
mm,
banning people because YouTube not really do that
mm,
unless well. So because me
right.
don't want food channels start under siege, me have to pick my words wisely. But
Mm-hmm,
there are just certain things that YouTube does favor, and
mm-hmm.
other things that YouTube doesn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, YouTube favors nudity, but in the context of quote unquote educational. So, for example, naked yoga. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you write that into
What,
YouTube, you
what a
will
time!
see
What
you
a
will
time
see
to be
videos.
alive!
Naked people, breasts, everything out there. Everything is out there. I'm sorry I even call the name, but everything is out there while they're doing their thing, sitting, stretching positions, and I'm like, how exactly is this educational? Why couldn't you do this in our clothes? And people misunderstand what the hell that means. And oh my God, it sounds like you're hating. I'm like, no, no, a bit uncomfortable, yes, but here, no, not here. A bit uncomfortable. You understand me? And then this is the thing when I understand. People are gonna try and say, oh, you're looking at it the wrong way. You're looking at it from a perverted way. And I'm like, ideally, you've never seen people be naked doing yoga, right? Right. So how exactly is me adhering to what I know to be normal is considered weird or perverted or all them BS claims people tend to throw when them really don't have a flipping argument? Huh? How that shit make sense? And I keep asking people and people look for me funny like, I mean, you gotta think about you gotta think about nothing. Common sense. Explain yourself. You're trying to tell me that I'm wrong for my approach, the way I'm looking at things. Okay, give me a different perspective. Otherwise, then shut your ass up. I'm gonna know to people, oh my God, you sound so harsh, you sound so cold, blah, blah. Let me say, I try to understand something. The world was never somewhere nice. It was never somewhere friendly. It was never ever somewhere where people can relate and we're all friends. Before mankind civilized of chaos, destruction, death, rob, rape, the list goes on. And again, I'm not trying to make this a man versus woman thing, but God knows why he did the things the way how he did. I'm terrified nowadays that a good portion of these young men will be red pilled. And don't get it twisted, gentlemen. I believe red pill is a part. Being red pilled, especially for those of you who were never raised by men, fathers, uncles, the list goes on. Conscious, conscious men. Let me rephrase it that way. Conscious men. Men who understood that drinking alcohol and females can't make a man. That's not a man. That's a horny adolescent. And when you're a certain age, you put certain things down because you're a man. This is the first in history. Grown men I try to convince other young men that they should live like a whore. Just screw everything that moves. And I'm like, I say, how is this any different from telling the young ladies that they should have a whole face before they think about marriage? And I'm like, whoa, it's kind of the same thing, right? But I understand what I must say about men, and I agree, man. I mean, I had to explain something to my wife where I'm like, oh my God, you have no idea. I say, I wish you could experience what I go through, or any young man go through. Past the age of 16, every day. The depraved and disgusting thoughts have crossed or entered my head daily, hourly, minutely, weekly, day. Oh my God. He said, yo, it doesn't turn off. She said, what do you mean? The thoughts, they don't turn off. But what I would say,
Mm-hmm.
the young men who are going through this, because it's going to come. And it's going to be there for a very long time. Exercise, discipline, exercise, sexual discipline. Nothing is more attractive to a woman that a man can say no. I know it's weird, right? But most women don't like pushovers. Even here in the US, I was speaking to a beautiful black woman today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the conversation about relationships is a hot topic everywhere. Contrary to what people may or may not believe, there are women out here who are actually looking for husbands too. Yeah, the red pill make it seem like every fucking woman is a whore. Or a girl who's looking for city girl wildness and every girl wants skin out them front pan video. And it's not like that for a good portion of women. And I will say this much. People try to understand this. The red pill makes their content on either delusional people, women especially, delusional women, enraged young men who have been taken advantage. Believe me, I know it sounds wrong to say it this way, but I mean, after the first 2-3 months of the content, all right, let's even go as far as they give me up to a year of absorbing that content. You realize after a while the talking points have become redundant.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that the conversation never evolves past a certain point. You
Yep.
realize that they never bring on women who are steadfast, conscious of themselves. And contrary to you may or may not believe, there are a bunch of young women who are quite conscious out there as well. Not every woman is a goddamn dumb shit. I'm sorry if I say it that way, but come on, Sway. The red pill has not just brainwashed some men. They have indoctrinated, I'm sorry to say this out loud, but they have indoctrinated some men to actually become misogynistic. Yes, the red pill is both good and bad, depending on how much content and who you are and who you take in. Try to remember that, people. Just because you're upset and you're hurt, don't mean that the person who's talking to you has your best interest at heart. That goes to ladies too. Ladies, be careful of this lady called Miss Sprinkle. Sprinkle, Sprinkle. And for those of you who want to look her up, and you intend to be with a man long term, be careful of her advice. Take it with a grain of salt. And I'll say this: pay attention to people who their conversation is normally circled around themselves. If it comes to marriage, etc., if their argument is normally rotated about self, about getting something, manipulating, hurting someone in the process, just to make you better, be careful. Men, same thing applies. When it comes to women, be careful of the women or men that you listen to. You have men, just as there's women, who thrive on you being single. And I'll say this: Fresh and Fit was the first idiots I ever heard made this comment. And I'm sorry, yo. I'm not hating on Fresh and Fit. I
Even though
believe
it's
somewhere
even
along
though,
the line,
even though it's easy to do so, but I get your point.
yeah, yeah, I'm just saying they made a very dumb statement where I have to. When I heard it, I was like, cringe. Why would you tell young men that they need to fuck over how much hundreds of, I'm like, people, let me be real honest with y'all. For men, for mostly men, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see, after, and this is why I must say, it's I must say to women, say, men and women are not the same. Men and women are not the same. A man will sleep with over, say, for example, 70 women. That's a lot of women, right?
Yep.
Tell us that man don't remember 60 good. Or let's say him have a better memory than mine. Him don't remember past 20 of them women there. So 50 women completely blank. You understand me? This is why when we say men don't look at sex the same way. You have men who sleep with over hundreds of chicks. And if you are, and I mean, I've been out with dudes with girls, I mean, fine, fine black women, fine light skinned black, and the list goes on. And hey, how are you? Oh my God, you haven't called me in so long. Well, we should catch up. Maybe we can come over tonight. Maybe. So what do you be wearing? You know. All right. Hold on, we're not done yet. Okay, just hit me up your location. All right, cool. Now, who was that? I don't know. Did you hear me? The man said he just made plans for food, entertainment, and contrary to what, oh my God, I'm going to say this, and some men and some women are going to be very upset, but I'm sorry if you don't have game, sir. That's a part of the game. You have to learn to get some. Listen music, old school. By the way, word of advice, for men who don't know how to lyrics woman or how to put them talking game in, the first time perfect teachers were all music, all songs. You understand me? Old song, love ballads. It gave you an idea of one or two things you could say. Nowadays it's gotten so easy, bro. You don't need a paragraph. You don't even need a goddamn speech to get chicks no more. You can just crack a few jokes and like, oh, shorty, you got it, man. No, that's what's up. You don't mind if we go out? Believe me, gentlemen, it has gotten so easy that I'm offended. I was raised in the era where you carry a girl's books and you're not go a bus stop and walk her to close to where she live and you go left, she go right. And eventually she would eventually grow into liking you because what? You had to prove that you are a man of some form of substance. Nowadays, girls are being bent over behind dumpsters. You know, man, I bend your over and right then the shift your drawers right there in front of all your friend them. I better yet behind a door or them just shielding off and really fucking right beside the whole group and them here the group are here you getting the shit, punched out of your little vagina. You think can anybody in that room respect you after that? And I know to some people like, well, I mean, we were together and they're friends, and we've heard other girls get their shit, beat in. But yeah, then you ask the question, why do none of those girls normally last? Because they fall into a category after a while. A man can't respect a woman that does not respect herself. A man will only bait certain suggestions like that just to see what you're willing to do. If you have no fucking class, why should he treat you with any? Think about that, ladies. If you don't have any class, why would he treat you with any? If he can talk his way in for you to go behind a dumpster, drop your pants to your knees, or even never drop them, just pull them to the side, and right there behind a smelly dumpster, this man is poking your little ton. I beat it up behind a smelly dumpster. Gentlemen, may this be a word of advice. Don't leave your daughters' lives. Men, teach your daughters that they're supposed to have standards. They're supposed to have they're supposed to have, you know, ethics, and know that this is unacceptable. Hell no, I would never stoop that low. What kind of girl do you take me for? When a woman makes that line and double down on that statement, that man knows say, oh,
Emotional damage.
and not that alone, but oh, I found me a real one. People, I tell you, I don't care nobody wants to, male or female. If you have to bow to the point where you're going to change who you are just to keep this person interested, they're not worth it. It should be a mutual interest, ladies and gentlemen. Once you see that you are putting too much, if not all the effort to make this work, yeah, that person doesn't see you as an equal. They see you probably as a fan, a groupie. I know, say that out loud, very hurtful for some people. Because some people would like this Disney Channel approach to life to be real. You know?
Oh, I know it.
Oh, if I just do everything right, if I mean, who would ever tell the story about this guy who was Mr. Nice? And I mean, not good enough. Remember, we made a distinction between a good guy and a nice guy. Mr. Nice Guy, the one who believes him can just the favors and give things them, and eventually she'll wake up and see he's a good guy and worthy of giving pussy too. Well, sir, I said I heard a story that made me want to cry a bit, and also it made me want to cry and enrage me at the same time. There's this guy, right? Let's call him Bill. I'm not calling him. Let's call him Bill. Bill brought a girl over to his house after, courting this girl for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, for a to come over to his house. Introduce her to his mother, introduce him to his sister, them, introduce her to his big brother. Cool. So she meet the mother and them talk and meet her through church, and he was a really active church member himself. So, this seemed like a legitimate thing. So she says she she has step outside, must have go either do something or talk to someone, make a call, I'm not sure. On her way out of the yard, she buck up on the big brother. So she said she'll go outside, make a call. So, oh, no problem, me go out there with you. So, dog, I walk with her and say, yo, she's not getting a reception. Dog tells her, yo, they have a little hill right up there, so you'll get way better reception. So, while walking, dog start talk to her. Start answer. And him start ask her the quote unquote uncomfortable question them. And she like them. By the time she and the big brother reach up on the hill, the big brother pretty much have her where he want her. Big brother slaughter it up there for almost 2 hours. Blood pipe. You know the other wonder what one. How she not come back yet? There's a reason why she not come back because she was coming. So have to wait. Oh my God. 2 hours, him and the girl gone. So after a while, the girl come back in, try to fix up her clothes and oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. When I went out, you know the quick but yet effective lie then. To drop one
Yep.
pan him, quick and sweet, gone. Oh, blah 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 blah. Blah. When I called, I had to leave because blah blah blah. I'm so sorry, but I had to come back to make you know where I'm going. Gone. The mother see the big brother walking at the yard.
Mm-hmm.
The smile upon him face. The mother said, "Yo, this don't feel right." Then the mother put one and two together and realized what going on. The girl was in a frantic state because she realized that she come for the good youth, but end up sleep with the brother for the good youth. So
Mm-hmm.
now the good youth brother knows that she's a whore. And she was pretending like she was such a good church girl and she's so the mother grabbed the big brother and pull him one side and said, "Yo, don't lie to me. You just don't clatter." He chuckled. Mother said, "Yo, that's just said the big brother named Paul. So Paul, how you do that to Bill? Hey Paul, how you do that to Bill? So Bill like him like that one, yeah, man. See how me say my brother heartache. The mother was shocked. Say, "Yo, Paul, what do you mean by that? You just sleep with the man, woman." He said, "No, that's the problem. She was never his woman to begin with. What he saw was a open, close shot gold digger. Her goal was to get close to my little brother and yam him out. Man, it took me, and this is what him said, it took him 15 minutes from the yard to the hill to have this girl wet like a river turn on. Before them can even reach up the hill, female ones fling on the pum pum on him. But dog realized he must wait until him reach pan the hill where there's no sight or no eye can buck them.
Mm-hmm.
When the brother finally found out, it did devastate him because I would say this whole saying say, you have man things say them find some or sal when I sand them find instead. That him think he thought he found a woman, a wife. So
A
take time
trick.
to know them. Take time to know them people. It's not an overnight thing. It goes both ways, ladies. Take time to know him. Please, please don't rush into this thing. Please don't rush. And I mean, we know nowadays, oh my God, he's so sexy. Oh my God, it look like him have a big good. It look like she can suck good. Whatever the reason, we lie to ourselves to pursue them. Normally, the red flags are there, people. Stop ignoring them. Stop ignoring them. They're there for a reason. Stop ignoring them. Them say the easiest way to catch a woman is to make her talk.
The issue
Easiest
is
way
most men don't listen.
to let her talk. Just give her free rein. Let her not feel afraid. Let her not feel like she's being judged. Oh my God. Oh yes. Oh, she will tell you some stories. She'll tell you some things she has done, things that she's witnessed, things that she knows about, but she won't tell nobody else about. Believe me, people. Take time to know them. Really isn't an overnight thing. People dash with them life, throw away them life, trying to be cool, trying to be nice with people, and always backfires. Always backfires. So yeah, and again, the main point that I will say this will pertain to the original argument that was trying to bring for tonight. Um, Ladies, be careful of what you say to your men or the men in your life. Men, Be careful of the things you hear because they can cost you your life. Be careful. Gentlemen, I've seen women set up men to lose them life. The wickedest way. I've seen women just know say all it takes is just a wrong message and the man will come full blaze coming with him gun and him.
What's the next topic again?
Some about the picture you're saying about sacrifice versus something else I
Yep.
recall.
So we're about to touch on that topic. So Barry, I think you joined the right time. But the argument about protecting our sacrifice. Ladies, try for men, real men don't take the title as protector. Even some of the crazy ones don't take the title as lightly. So with that being said, please think before you call the men in your life to put them in harm's way. Think about their safety. Think about the ramifications. No, this is a problem for some ladies because you think in the now. I was disrespected right now. I want retribution right now. How dare he say that crap to me now? They're not thinking about the future or what might happen if you react now. Most people don't think that way. It breaks my heart because lots of good men have lost their lives because they reacted when they should have not. And I've said this before. Gone are the days when a woman would come to a man and say, tell him something. And before he reacted, he would have a conversation with said man. He didn't just take that man's word for it. He didn't take that woman's word for it. He actually analyzed the situation before he made a decision. Was it worth getting into a conflict with this man? Was what was said that disrespectful that I have to intervene? That was how real men used to operate. Nowadays version of man is this guy hit me. Not you should not tell the part where she attacked him and give him on 55 punch and kick and him slap her one time. That's all star about one slap. Now the 55 times she punch and kick the man and fling things at him. The one time the man defend himself, that's all she bring up. And nowadays emotional man just get the first pass of him liquor. Get gun, get friend and run, come ready, play captain, save a hoe. And also this is the woman who started all the instigation. The men throw away them lives. Throw away them lives to prove a point to what? To prove what? I want to throw away life, man. They're just dead. We are talking about college, certificates, degrees, programs, grants, all gone. Scholarships, all gone. Because of what? Because you weren't thinking for a split couple seconds. Ladies, you need to understand the power that you wield. You not only somebody you can make and break a man, you can literally destroy him for the rest of his life if you don't know what you're doing. It scares me. It scares me that even in 2023, shit like this is still happening. and there's no repercussions for it. Shit like this still happens. The oldest and the most simplest one is either fuck a bad man or she fuck a police to kill you. A chick told me that once. Say before she lose, she wanna fuck a police and tell him say me I beat her and make him come kill me. And if the police too fair to do it, she give the pussy to a bad man. He will do it. Wow. I was stupefied when that came out of her mouth. Couldn't believe it. just because. Just because she don't want to lose. She's willing
Wait,
to
hold
go
on,
to
hold on, 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 hold on.
mm-hmm.
You said instead of you breaking up with her, she would lie and have a dude kill you.
Yeah,
She'd fuck a dude to kill you.
yeah. Fuck a bad man make him kill me. That's when I know it was really, really, really messed up. So how do I put this? She has to be the one to break up with me. I'm like, listen, this egocentric approach to life spiraling way out of control. Way out of control. Look at Dario. I told a story to doctor about a good man, the difference between a good man and an excited man, or what a woman considers an exciting man. Man, but we get it this summer. Mr. Good, you would bring him girl, come meet him mother, him sister, them and him big brother. During the meeting, she was so polite, so elegant, so feminine. Real sweetheart, right? She make a phone call, she step outside of the yard. You know, big brother on the way out, him follow her outside. She have him quote unquote signal issues. Big brother point to a hill and say, yo, if you go up on the hill, you get way better reception.
Yeah, man,
So
I
he
heard that, I
started.
heard that, I heard that.
Mhm. Oh, you hear that part there?
Yeah, man, I came in for that.
Okay. But yeah, so I was trying to say to people, say, yo, my understanding in this day and age, everybody wants some form of, you know, I want something that is their own. But I try to say, yo, in this day and age, it's very dangerous. Want that just so. I mean, like people say, a man must be exciting, man must be intriguing, man must be mysterious. We did touch on the whole red pill rage and them thing themselves. Mr. Me can't, I'm not gonna lie, me can't say why a man like Bill would have been consumed by red pill rage. You understand me? Because I won't lie, I was somewhat. It didn't invoke certain feelings and certain angers in me, but I'm way more mature than most men, so I could take, I could eat the meat and I could spit out the bones. I wasn't choking on any of the bone them. Like some man, man over, overly hyper aggressive monkey with an AK kind of man. It is not healthy. You know, that's why you say wrong. Tell young men not to be that way. Alphas are the ones who do this, and the alphas are say, oh, shut up with that alpha rubbish. So first off, an alpha is an alpha reason. An alpha is a rare breed, gentlemen. Extremely rare breed of man. The mindset is not normal. Those people are work, striving for goals and achievements and accolades. Those men normally don't just sit down and feel and just relax. No, they're normally moving from venture to venture. I think I've explained this in another podcast. These men don't have time for like the family life and I know it's like, oh my God, so do you know many high value, rich, etc., etc. men? Their children have been raised by nannies. Well, some of the children have been raised with the nanny so far that the nanny teach them all different languages. And when a parent hear the child speak a different language, like, how does he know so? Because he was raised for like the first 8 years of life, he was raised by a nanny, not his parent. And I value man is the kind of man that is so work oriented. Ladies, if you even want to look at sex from your man, the most you might get in is in a limo, probably in a empty boardroom because dog have a hour and a half before him next meeting. So you've got cock it up on the table game, or in the limo game, or in the bathroom game too. And that's your bonding because what? Some women don't see them quote unquote high value man for months. You know, are you mentally prepared to be in a house by yourself for 6 months? It's a luxury asylum, yeah? It's a luxury asylum. It's still the same. What word we look for? It's still solitary confinement. You just have couch, a big screen TV, food, etc. It's still solitary confinement most of the time. You're talking and thinking to yourselves. So them want this extravagant, easy life until them see what they really entail. You're just there sometimes. You're just there most of the time. This big empty house and the man there on the road that do everything. They want that lifestyle. That's a fulfilling lifestyle. And I agree with you. One, somebody who put things over people. Because as soon as them get some them things outvalue you, they will take it over you. Take time to know the people, ladies and gentlemen. It's not an overnight thing. No me a quote person sledge, but my God, man, take time to know them, please. Please don't rush into this thing. Dating standards have dropped so far. Ridiculous. Some man say them not look on a girl and she have a fat ass. Some man say them not look on a girl and she a browning. Most man now say, oh, man not look on her if she can if she not understand how to divide by 12. Most man most man now say, oh, nah, they were there if she don't understand how to use Windows or understand certain life skills. The man now say that, you know. She just have to look good. And pray to God so she can look good. Come on, don't kill him. No man who married a complete stranger, a complete stranger. Because outside of her, they don't really communicate like that. Like Jahani from page him sexy. Jahani from page her, relationship is built around sex. Ladies, pay attention. If your relationship with every time you go link him want fuck. Like there's no time you go link him and he want just chill. He just want your presence around him. Only time him see you or care for see you, unless your legs are spread or you bend over or he might cock you up somewhere. I understand? That's not a man that wants out of respect or love. That's a man that sees you as a piece of ass. I'm just not gonna tell you that because no man is going to jeopardize guaranteed pussy. And I'm sorry, ladies, if you put yourself in that position where you become quote unquote guaranteed pussy, you have nobody to blame but yourself. I'm sorry, yo. But signs are always there. He never wants to conversate with you. The conversation's always very short, plain. Him don't have no interest in whatever you are trying to talk about. He's not even trying to engage in the conversations. The only time he conversates most of the time is for sex, food, or something where him like. And if he even goes fast, I don't feel like man. Okay? That's it. That's it. Okay. For the hell him put kid. Yes. What happens after that? Okay. But you still stay at your house. You still stay there, feel bad in yourself until you give him the pussy. And then the dog fuck it and damage it. Proper stamping. Now you're on to that man who doesn't want you because he takes you a bit, little bit too. Come on. And think, you know, this man. I mean, all the time here this morning, Jermaine through and was like, he wasn't. Well, I don't think he wasn't. Yeah. Well, one of well, Jermaine drove, saw him and literally was giving him, oh, I'm going to call the cops. You're trespassing. Blah, blah. So he got his stuff and he bounced. So,
Oh, he told him that morning.
yeah, Jermaine drove back and was walking, drove and stopped. Look at him, he drove up. Tell him.
I know.
Yeah.
I apologize. I was reading.
Sorry for sidetrack for a second. This,
It's fine.
this is out of
It kind of
this is
just
out of love.
read,
Because
multitasking. But I
I'm
mean,
up and I have hmm? That's it?
no, just I
Yes, sir?
say, to be honest, gotcha. I mean, kind of ties into the whole
Hmm.
sacrifice thing.
Hmm. But the
Because in a
sacrifice
sense, like you ask why young men go through thinking that they can save. Cause if you really think about it, the lengths some men and boys would go to save a woman, they wouldn't go to that length for them bridging, which is kind of harsh, but I'm not wrong. Uh,
um and in today's society, what you just said would brand you a homosexual. But continue. Make it no, hold on. Hold on. You know why I said that, right?
I know.
Because the
That's why I laugh.
fact, yeah, exactly. Mere fact that you suggest that men should unite to help their brothers by society standards, you're gay. I don't know why. How the hell have we reached that far? But tell a man, the whole. I'm not trying to spiral this,
I know. But continue.
but yeah, it's ridiculous. It has gotten so. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The dating game. uh, You can have everything that people quote unquote say them want in a person, and them still find a reason to not be with you. I know someone here, perfect, quote unquote, gentleman. Mm-mm. Flat, flat. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, everything. I know a guy who owns two bikes, a truck. He owns his own house. He has an excellent job. Got children, one family. This man has money. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That crap don't work. You got that one? That is sad. But man, I
Huh?
tell you this. No, but I was over here and something else. So where was I again? Oh yeah, what doctor said. Doctor, I said it's sad though, but that's and the weirdest part about all of this is that is the correct approach. Ladies and gentlemen, for the ladies them out there who want good man, it takes the men to fix the men and the women to fix the women. How many times have you heard that goddamn line, right? It takes us to fix us. A woman can't fix a man because a woman is not a fucking man. And a man can't fix a woman because he's not a fucking woman. The truth is as plain as day for most people. But why do we struggle to make this shit work when it shouldn't? We're trying to make a circle fit into a square hole. That shit don't make no sense. And then a bunch of jackass and Jenny asses across the world. And by the way, Jenny ass is the female equivalent of a jackass. Most of them understand. But anywho, it's ridiculous. People who have never got married, people who have never been in a successful relationship, people who are teaching you how to not coincide, coexist with another human being. Those are the people you're listening to. You, you after taking the advice of a cheater, destroy probably some of the good men that probably would have married y'all. And instead of you shunning the bastard who lied to you, y'all still buy his shit. Ain't that make sense? Derek Jackson, you are by far one of the most smoothest con men I ever met in my entire fucking life. I salute him. And his wife, piece of fucking work too. Big up our blood clot deceitful ras too. Yeah?
You know, I find it so hilarious. Say, it take this man a gear bun for her to transform herself from this quiet little church girl to what we have now.
Pause, yes.
I know.
Pause. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Try if you understand something, people. This girl was no fucking church girl when she blood clot just started with Mr. Jackson here. She was part of a rotation that she was well aware of. So she was no fucking victim. She's no fucking victim. Like you nobody want bomber clot say. She's not a victim. So stop treat her like she's a fucking victim. This woman knew exactly, even when she got pregnant for this man, it was well calculated. She made sure and go to his mother first. Yeah? People, this is what we're talking about. You only look on face. Why do you think she was so goddamn blank in that quote unquote confession? Because she knew that Derek was fucking around. When they got married, dude told her that she has the name and the title and whatever. She sleeps in the house. But she's not stopping him from fucking around. And she chose to stay. You hear me just say, people? She chose to stay. Mr. Jackson want to write her a check. He do want us to get her money every month and him live him dirty life. But instead, no. We should go to his mother first. Because she knows him that get her a check. And tell her she just want to live for that. If you didn't reach it, so I'm not terrible that shit. We should go to his mother first. His mother was the one who fight and tell him to make that girl an honest woman. So Jackson never married her because he wanted to marry her. He married her because she used her head. She used her head and get the man mother involved. So again, people, stop this victim shit. This woman was well aware of what she was getting herself into. And this is not my new mantra. If you know what you're getting yourself into, you can't pull the victim card. If you knew this man has a history of fucking around, you know this man has a history of fucking the mother, the auntie, the sister them, and the cousin them all at once. But yet you still go fuck with this man. Make it make sense, way. I'm not that fucking naive, and neither should you. Ladies, try to understand this. You can't blame anyone when you see the red flags. You've heard the red flags. You know they're there and you choose not to care. What? You don't care that this man is going to ruin your fucking future if you let this man breed you. You don't care because what? I'm a pretty eye boy and I'm dressed good and, you know, oh my God, the baby, them look so cute if I breed for him. Are you? Wow. Wow. Yes, people. That shit has gotten more prevalent now than you ever think. It's gotten so much more prevalent. People have gotten so much more shallow than with every year so much. People discard and dash their entire relationships off of being bored. People throw away entire families based on the word I felt bored. It got boring. Oh my fucking God. People, try to understand something. Relationships aren't fun. Relationships are supposed to be a trial. Yes. If a relationship don't have highs and lows, it's not a relationship. There can be no such a relationship that we're on a high for the last 15 years. We're just moving.
Is this phone still effing around?
No, I'm just probably get my phone call. Seems to be very prevalent on Mondays. Sorry, give me a second or two for joining back.
Hello?
See? Told you.
So I'm back. Good. Oh yeah. Back to the main one. Protector. So gentlemen, this is your time now. And I'm sorry, because this is a conversation that should have been had from you guys were boys. Always think with your top head and not your small head. Gentlemen, always think with your big head and not your little head. We need to start driving that back into men's heads. We need to stop think with penis and use the brain. We need to start use the brain and not with penis to make life altering decisions. We need to use the brain and not with ego to put ourselves in some life altering decisions. Cause this misconception say you can whoop a nigga ass or you gonna kill this nigga. You have no idea what this man is capable of doing. In recent months, or last month, a guy got off a put, draw him in AR-15 and have end up shoot a bunch man and one dead. And the man had to use this pretty much stand your ground stature and get away. And it was just because the woman who called her brother or cousin and him called him friend him for come shoot his shit up. That was her text message. For those of you who are on social media, understand this case. A female officer, a detective. People, what you hear me say now? A female detective, while she was talking to the young lady who's involved in the situation, the young lady said she accidentally deleted things off her phone, and the detective says at the time she thought that it was okay. That's tampering with evidence. But technology, hallelujah, they dug up back the messages. And so you find out that she did well calculated tell our family to come shoot up the man because she find out that the man text a woman. And she upset that the man have a woman panel. Marky, this woman is married. This woman is married, ladies and gentlemen. And ready to kill a man because she wants him and he don't want her. Or better yet, she wants him a certain way and him don't want her that way. Gentlemen, pay attention. Any relationship where your missus or your lady quick for put her hands on you, leave. Leave. That's a either you getting seriously damaged situation or she telling lie. After she done beat you up, tell lie say you put your hand on her first. You tell she tell you no and you never like it, say start beat her. You beg her little pussy and she tell you no and you start beat her. Gentlemen, try to understand the lengths to which people, human beings, are willing to go, not to be wrong. People are willing to die on certain hills just because of the way them think. So be careful. Don't make because of easy pum pum when you want to look life. You understand me? That's where you become a sacrifice. You're no longer a protector, sir. Once you're not using your head, your big head, your brain, before you make certain life altering decision, you put yourself in a harm's way.
There are some subtle red flags that you look out for in the beginning of the relationship too, you know.
Mhm.
Two of them that I've found in recent years. If if a woman likes talking about her ex and she's always saying what the ex did wrong, and then when you ask her what she did wrong, and she's saying something, or she's like, if she can, if and but, and she can't really like reel off all the things that she did wrong the same way that she did her ex, or she's just saying something along the lines of, she just loved the wrong
Yes,
person,
sir.
never did anything wrong, or she's really vague. That's a massive red flag right there.
Mhm.
I would go as far as to say you can just leave right there in the relationship or in the
Yes.
in talking stage. But I might, they don't. I mean, you might. I don't know if you want to feel it out a bit more, but like it's a
Mhm.
huge indicator. Like that alone is a
Yeah.
huge indicator.
I say, ladies and gentlemen, try if you understand. It's not a. Let me say, may I try approach it with more balance. Like I said, that sense, and it took certain situations where I'm really thinking, because money alone doesn't make a man. I'm sorry for those of you men who think that way. Money alone don't make you a man. It really doesn't.
Money makes you rich, but it doesn't increase your value.
Exactly. It means that you're good at, you're a good earner. You know how to make money, you know to earn money. But don't make you a husband. Don't make you a father. Don't make you really
Again,
nothing.
if you're an idiot and you're rich, you're broke. If you're a pedophile and you're rich, you're not a high value man. If you're
Yep.
abusive, you're not a high value man.
Hold on, I
List can
had
go on.
people say a high value man is not a man just based on money. Based on the fact that how do I put this? He's the kind of person you call when you need something done. The man then now gonna say, oh my God, you called me the wrong time. No, the man will say, when you want it done. Tomorrow? Okay, I got you. All right, let's say I wasn't boss. That's it. There's no extra conversation. There's no, you called me the wrong time. Nope. The man there's like, oh, tomorrow, what time? Okay, okay, I got you. No problem. By the time that man hangs up, things already are gone. The man is who you call to get things done. The man is a service to others in the group and the community. That's what it truly means to be high value. You have to be of service to your group and to your community if it needs be. It's not about just money. A lot of the problem with land, it's not just about money. Your value is, in what you can do for others. Not just the money. Like Dario said, even an idiot can become rich. Even an idiot can become rich. Don't mean that him know him. I've seen men in Jamaica who win lottery. We know a man who win lottery multiple times, different jackpot. I used to win $250,000 one time. Then him go next time again and him win a 50,000. The last time him go him win 150,000. All three times him win a fucking with the money. All three times I fucking with the money. No problem. All three times him say, "No, the money for no good last week." And some again, some things that we were raised to believe say would I make a man happy. Girl, liquor, you understand? Cooking. You understand me? Here things where clothes, designer this, Gucci and bag, in a no time dog. You know, so the man say fight for fight. Bad mind when they move yet no time money. So, couldn't believe that come out of the man mouth. Every other week the man you have any scene and every other week the man have some expensive liquor. You understand? And the man say, oh, be them money. So take that with a grain of salt, gentlemen. Try if you understand, say. As I say, oh, even the repatriation would have been great. The reason why I believe, say, for example, the black people in America will never get repatriation. You see, when the Jews them did face for them touch at the hands of the German them, the Nazi them, they organized a group, somebody will represent the entire survival. They had a representative who stood for the group. That's why they got repatriation. Same thing with the Japanese in Pearl Harbor. They had unity, they had union, they made a group. Somebody represented and they get for their money for what happened at Pearl Harbor. In the concentration camp that America make too. Yes, people, America did make those things too. The only difference is that them do it after they got bombed. But again, still a concentration camp. It just have a different name, given the circumstances. But either way, try to understand people. This is why I believe black people in America won't get the money. Because black people are not united. They can't make demands and there's no unity behind the message. When they say this is what we are go for and this is what we want the money for, you have to have the unity of the group. Black people not so yet, unfortunately. People want buy this designer, that designer, this and everybody knows the majority of the money will go right back to the same wicked and the race system. Crying out loud people. Timberland. Everybody know the brand Timberland? It's owned by a KKK member. The man who designed Timberland is a racist and black people buy the most Tims out of every other race. Try to understand that. New York City, every year the man make a different designer Tims. And black people are the main consumer of Tims. Tims are fashion for black people in New York and certain states. And the man who them make billionaires hates them very guts. You can't tell them that. Tommy Hilfiger saw time out one time on Oprah Winfrey show. So him no want black people. He say it was a brand he make, but it wasn't really make for black people. Black people just like half him brand. But it wasn't originally
guys.
he say it wasn't originally made for black people. And who still buy the most Tommy Hilfiger? Disrespect to our face, you know, we still buy them. COVID, the pandemic, the man who owned Gucci, Versace, Prada, Trendy, the whole of them branded. He became, I believe, the richest man in the world during that period. So when the stimulus check them that give out on them things that people, and majority when they got their stimulus money, it don't go into no black business. Guess where it went back to? The man who owned them branded. So again, people, don't get it twisted. I am.
Guys, we'll soon come back.
Like McDonald's have 999. Yeah. Anywho, oh yeah. Yeah, so don't get it twisted, people. I am for black people getting for them own Rasta. I am for it. You understand me? But try to understand the kind of mindset where a rule over black race. It's a selfish one. When nobody not think about unity like that no more. When the man do unite with a man, he believes he have to benefit from it. It can't be a group benefit. Him have to benefit. If he have to benefit from it, the selfish mindset him have to benefit more somehow. Why can't we benefit as a group? Why we have to do it? It have to be me have to get for 50, me I get me to get 50.
The line long, tomorrow we have to go by the line long the rotted. Pay your car park up.
But yeah, this is to me, that's what I say, oh, I know people upset when them comment, them say, I think black people, if them get the them would like them. Everybody in them arms and it sound like like black people. So I said, listen to what I just said. I said, I feel them would do exactly what they're not supposed to do. And I give back the money to the people them who don't like them. Because I believe that the system, the machine that is called the system in America. You have people who are so certain. So no matter where a man like me or anybody else, we are trying to change the mindset of black people. Them not afraid say what? Man like me not gonna be effective, cause why? Them pay millions and billions every year for advertise. And then you have groups out there now where go to them way to tear down the message or to make people conscious of themselves. You have to stay blind and dunce and dark to what's being said to you. As a brother make a meme out of that thing and say, shut up and just consume product. Don't ask anything, just consume product. And that's what the world reach. Black people in America is the seventh largest economy in the world. You hear me say? Black people in America is the seventh largest economy in the entire world. Black people alone. In the entire world, people. World. That is crazy. Right? Jump up and one back of nice them ears. I'm telling a man, yo, the white man, this the white man that. They say, yeah, but think, yeah, man. The thing, for example, one man like Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry made a fortune on top of what somebody did more. Demoralizing and most disrespectful. The men were outraged, to be honest, with Tyler Perry's depiction of some of the men them in their video, in their movies them. You know what? The negative stereotypes them
Yeah.
because them deep down within them embrace them and subliminally. It was women, black women to be particular. And it broke my heart because you know, when you speak them truth, you hate women. But you say, you hate, no, you hate the whole, strong black, I don't need no man tie. You hate being branded that way, right? But you're supporting the tearing down of black women by buying this man's movies, right? Because you're supporting the same idea, the same what's a saying? Where you say you don't like to be called. You just don't like it when somebody call you out on it. But you do like it. It's like that girl who says she hates dancing. But every time you look, you see her do a little thing, a little step by herself. You know she like it. I mean, we can use more graphic things to describe the situation, but I mean, we're not stupid people. We're all adults here, well, for the most part. Tell a man, listen, I'm gonna care man want say, you see, if you're going to be serious with anybody, if a and looks and oh my look for looks and expectations alone, yeah, used for dead people. Don't start this. They're working in a terrible tragedy. I'm a man that can it don't end well. To me saying that you're dating a child in an adult's body. Yeah. I consider pedophile, pedophilia. I don't. Some people are vexed with me. I don't care. I believe if you know this person, childish as a mug, but you just still get there with them, come on, Sway. You're aware of where you get yourself involved. The same thing apply with men. You know, for as long as life, maybe men will always be held accountable. This day, extremely emotionally charged. This generation of men.
I
We
mean,
have a school system to fight teacher. I was close with me and leave case and you witness that. A parent come to beat a groundsman because the groundsman tell him son say he can't do the son. And the father mind who tell the man the groundsman say my right to talk to my son to. And then job the groundsman I do, you know. And like I said, the groundsman team by himself and his go and start talk with the youth. The man had him job. And the man father cook case to beat off the groundsman. Tell him son say he can't do right the son. It only got worse over the years. It's gotten way worse.
worse. Hold on there.
And why teachers are leaving Jamaica to try them luck in America, which is also a shit show. So no, it's also a shit show up here. So I don't know why. Why people believe say, oh, come to the great America. Everything is so peachy keen, man. Everybody is always Irish. America is way colder, people. Jamaica paradise compared to this shit. I'm telling you this, and nobody want to cuss me, fine, fuck you. I'm gonna care you want to say. And so I'm gonna look on it. Americans are cold. The entire atmosphere is cold. Nobody not talk to nobody. You understand me? People don't want people. So, and you live in a country where if you say the wrong thing, you can literally go to jail. So again, people, America ain't all that. Not by a long shot. The amount of Jamaica dollar for somehow miraculously, even half as strong as US dollar, move go back up here, right back at Jamaica. If the Jamaican dollar was even half as strong as the US own, I would come back home. Oh, on the markets. And I would like to be able to go outside at nighttime and feel cool. I would like to not be midnight and outside hot as today. So again, America ain't all that. America ain't that. Is nice way to you go over, get your education, take a personal money, invest the money, maybe I don't even know about different means of making money. You understand? Taxi, understand? Because I don't know the usual go-to card when money start make. But there are other ventures out there, ladies and gentlemen. There's other ventures out there that you can invest your time and energy into and make a decent amount of money. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's less hectic. It's way less hectic than the shit we have to go through with the bus and extortion and police and they broke down on the road and this and that and oh my god, I keep this and that. We just spend 100,000 of this and it now walk blah 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 blah. Them with it. I am so far. I am changed. So far understand something. Make sure to push in the right direction. Make sure to push in the right direction. Ladies, when they come to you, that's where you're at, guys. But also, do it with some form of so. Mm.
That's tomorrow midnight. Tomorrow today she died now.
That's yeah. Anyway, get a new phone. Good for you. Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's cool.
Yeah. It is. I understand something. I believe in career based. I like women who actually see a future, not just believe they're supposed to just exist, or a man for just come and kids are great. There's a reason why it's a novel. It's a novel for women who know in themselves they would never get a man like that in real life. There's a reason why fantasy sells so much in women in the woman's world. Women have to get away from the realities with them knowing of themselves that this can only be a movie. And I'm not saying that to be malicious or try to ruffle my feathers. Just we know from a very young age what we look like. Some people are born handsome. Thank you very much. Some man look like two. That's where you go. And again, not saying that to be malicious. But we play the hand that we're all dealt. This is not. Oh, this and that, and I hate that. No, 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 no. It's about maturity. If you're not have the gift of gab,
Yeah.
yeah. And even then, and again, even then, that's not a good alternative because the minute you don't have money, she gone.
I don't know what's worse. The simple solutions or the fact that people
Huh?
don't want the simple solutions.
I believe society has gotten too simple for its own good. I believe
Oh,
society
yeah,
has gotten
it goes back to the same thing I'll keep on talking about, but that
Hmm.
human nature refuses to take the easy roads, even when it's handed on a platter for them.
Humans want, and I believe this is the brain and the subconscious rewiring of man. Humans want it to be easy and easily accessible. Most humans don't want to work for them want. I should go to bed and wake up and have a six-pack, huge arms, chisel chest, massive legs, and I should be able to go down in a full split without even blinking. Yeah, that's highly highly impossible. But yet you have the other side of a species that would rather hold on to possibilities than actual probabilities. That is scary. Men, father figures, daddies, the list goes on. Please, please, I beseech thee, please instill certain things into your daughters and your women. It's scary to know that there are people out there who really believe so. Waiting until your life has reached a critical part, then you start caring. Then you start giving a fuck. Oh my God. Men and women, this is not people. Don't believe I'm bashing one. So I'm talking about men and women. I can't believe the other day I watched the Jamaican podcast with this dude with the ear twist up. Even that do some little skits at I'm American for him come back at Jamaica. So but he expose himself, same like certain things. But again, that's neither here nor there. It's a young lady in a podcast room one night. She made a very crazy comment saying, "Oh, she said she believe woman for us live them life, sex as them life, and when them reaching at them 30s, the same feminist idea." I'm like, whoa! So yes, ladies and gentlemen, even that at a time reach Jamaica. This has never ever been uttered in Jamaican history. Live your life, live your 20s, fuck as much as you want, fuck. Live your dirty life as you like. And then when it's all said and done, when it's all said and done, then you go pick up that nice little boy who would like a long time. What and all of the badness and all of the chisel face, no amount to nothing. All of the beat up them and all of the kick down them. All of the woman them will call him phone and you and them a fight over man on phone. And for the woman them who did fight woman over man and take scare and chop. Seriously, yo. This shit has to stop. And I believe any man that is worth you literally damaging yourself are getting shot, stabbed, kicked, beat up for not working. Ladies,
I mean,
the agony in the work. As you all saying, sir, let me finish. Just one more.
no
You
one.
all saying, son, said, sometimes the juice the juice don't work the squeeze. Sometimes the juice don't work the squeeze. There's a reason for that whole saying too. There's a reason. It's not, and again, I'm not saying you're not supposed to like what you like, but you have to like it with common sense behind it, love. Have to like it with sense. I mean, I come at this like from a father's point of view. Because at some point, would I like my daughter find a decent man? At some point, I would like her to find a decent man she can make a life with. When this day and age now, for social media, I'm saying a 19-year-old the other day at the gas station. Nobody can tell me, say, she not get a BBL at 19. And yes, gentlemen, thanks to Instagram, that is becoming a norm now. So you have young girls who are, get BBWs at age 19 before them body even finish develop. She never get anybody the chance for growing the curves them. 19 years old. And to stand up and to sit down.
All have choices in life, people. Unfortunately, some of you decide you're going to make the bad ones as bad as possible before you make the good one. Then, but guess what? We'll learn today.
But Instagram, yeah, but Instagram I push this message for young girls and that's why them these impossible standards them are cause these young people commit advance to themselves. The BBWs and you watch the videos them on Instagram where I get hundreds if not millions of views. And normally men and especially women unfortunately they do some degenerate things to get attention. And it break my heart because again I am a father. It's not like say, oh my God, that is so hot. Ooh. No. I have a child. And quite frankly, me uncomfortable to know say this is what social media is telling her she should be. Not become brilliant, not become our own, our own woman. No. It's about being a third pocket. Before she think about, dressing and acting like a lady. And it's weird. Men respect that type of woman more than the one. Let me say, one time growing up, when you see a girl, in a body rider, whoa, it was a big thing. Nowadays, girls barely even have on clothes. It's not even that exciting no more. It's gotten that bad. And it breaks my heart, like I said. Most of these young girls don't know what they're do. Have long-lasting effects. That when them turn out big woman, it still a come back, come haunt them. Enough of them can't get no good work because the job I go through them Instagram. Enough of them believe said them can't hide certain things. Well, the internet is forever. The internet is forever. It's sad. It's really sad. You remember that girl from that started the whole phone sex thing at Jamaica? The girl and one of the women's youth.
God, my mind. Ugh.
Yeah. How you think your life turned out?
I mean, it's pretty much non-existent. So
Yeah,
you can imagine what it. Well,
you
see.
hold on. This was her boyfriend. She did it to. You heard me? It was her boyfriend at the time. All it took was for them for what? Fall apart. He was raised to be a real man and keep that shit to himself. Big man, the amount of things women have done to me over the years, and then them same one turn around and diss me, and I don't think to take revenge. Why do I gain from that?
Really, actually, what's the point? Right?
You understand me?
Because, all right, on one hand, I have never seen why anyone would. All right, maybe it's just me, but the level of pettiness and childish mentality that goes with exposing someone's someone who has been personal and vulnerable with you, and then you taking some W from it, it's just so disgusting to me.
It's cringe. It's very cringe. I know people look for me funny for saying that. Like, don't get it twisted. I understand some people hurt people. This world is
but that game, Bradshaw, I'm gonna be very harsh. So what?
Exactly.
So what if he comes and have sex with your mother and sister? And no, but I big man level. And
yeah, unfortunately. But you see that the problem. No, we see that the problem. No, we have a generation of soft people that want you to kill.
Like, yo, Bradshaw, like, look at speed. if anybody does that to us, yeah, shit I go sting.
Mm-hmm.
I go sting. But you must find the inner strength within yourself to say, hey, well, I mean, this is rich coming from me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was wondering how long that take before the hypocrisy kick in. But yeah, anyhow, wondering how long before you realize what you say.
No, but
You
understand
know?
what I say, and deep down, I know say you're hypocritical. But again, I was in the phase of destruction and don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people have went through that, especially when they've been screwed over
Yeah.
by the world multiple times, and you were just the good guy, and just go on and say, "Oh, yeah, man, it's all good, move on. God will find a way." Well,
Well, I know. I believe that still will understand this. I believe what you say about God will find a way, but you see, I believe say God will find a way, but you also have to do some of the work. You have
true.
to shed the naivety. Well, you have to shed the naivety. Oh, when since them open up parking lot right there, so yo, them people are more sneaky. But anywho, yeah, you need to do some work. You have to shed that naivety. Don't get it twisted, gentlemen. I was once naive too. I was once naive too. I realized that, I somewhat have the gift of gab when it comes to women as well. But what? To reach a stage in my life that I don't need that like that no more. I'm not being the type that like sex corrupt me to the point where me can't look pum 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 and say, "My good, you can go now." Oh my God, we don't understand how men fell off so far. Yo, man used to can tell girls, say, yo, she come my yard. Yeah, my good love. I'm not feel for nothing. Yeah. You want to lie down beside me? Alright, cool. Yeah, man, I want sex. Big man, I tell you. You see, when a woman realize sex is not your motivation, she want to fling it upon you more often. Because you prove to her, say, she can't rule it with pumps. I tell you, some man might look and laugh and find it funny, but nothing turn on a woman more than a man who she can't roll. Cause it motivate her to want to roll them more. It motivates her more to want to rule you. Cause she can't rule you. People that look at me like I'm crazy if you say that out loud down. But it's in woman's nature. It's in a woman's nature. I'm sorry if you feel some type of way. I'm sorry. It's in woman's nature to behave that way. Body want fight her. I mean, grow up, yo. Grow up.
I know I might sound wrong for this, but I'm always have to believe, so, sometimes you have to make yourself be, not going to use that H word or the
Mm,
W word.
mhm,
You are allowed to grieve how you feel. And when I
mhm.
say grieve how you feel, I don't mean going through football teams. I sure as hell don't mean doing drugs. But there is some level of destruction and anger that you are justified to do. But if you are going to allow that anger and destruction to continue for 10 plus years,
Mhm.
then you literally just make the people them living in your head rent free.
Yeah, okay.
And I say this every time, like the time I tell people say, yo, me and my ex-girlfriend is on good terms. I'm like, what?
Ah, yeah, my ex. No. But yeah, y'all have, some of y'all who've been listening. Y'all have heard my ex come on this thing, and we talk, we run jokes, we laugh. Yeah, my wife is aware that I do talk to my ex, and my wife is aware that I have no interest in going back to her. But somehow, some way, again, we're only human. I get it that I would probably have to, you know, reassure that I won't go that direction, but she kind of know my personality, people, and quite frankly, yeah, when you sing certain shit with people,
Actually,
no.
the fact of the matter is, no
Mm-hmm.
matter how you slice it, when someone
Mm-hmm.
has had a distinct effect on your life and personality,
Mm-hmm.
cutting them out is like you cut a part of yourself. It just
Mm-hmm.
doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they were bad for you, by all means,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in my context, I couldn't say that, yes, I should have probably fling her in the deepest part of the ocean, yes. But that part of me, at one point, he used to just look upon her and just say, I pity you. Because a couple years down the line, you're gonna understand what I was trying to show you. But maybe I was naive to think that I could show you that. And I mean, I look at life how it is now. I mean, I live my life, I'm doing work, but I know for a fact I have peace. I
Mm-hmm.
you know what I love me. I do podcasting, me I make episodes on Spotify, me I hold polls on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't want to throw her baggage out there, but fam, she just I lie to herself on a daily.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that she's self-aware enough and knows how she lie to herself, start breaking it away. But I'm not going to be the one to, be Captain Save a Hole because that was me then. Can't be that person now. Because if you at this day and age really go back to your ex that you were with 10 years ago, it's some business here that we not women not understand. I mean, in a sense. Yes, I repeat the same mistakes I made before. Move on. Another thing a lot of people can't do these days for some reason. Move on with their life. Oh, he was my soulmate. Y'all don't even know what the fuck a soulmate is.
Exactly.
You don't even know what the frick one friendship be much as not that was soulmates. Come and talk about zodiac signs and don't even understand the goddamn um nature of astrology. The other day, me and my friend did catch up in a brochure
Mm-hmm.
because she feel herself because she's so eccentric. I come and tell her, I say, listen, I come and piss her off. I say, listen to me, Velma 2.0. My girl get vexed because everybody remembers that whole mystery ink nonsense.
Okay.
Where
Mm-hmm.
Velma, Scooby, and Shaggy start in a civil war over the man. And I was like, yikes, that
Mm.
is creepy. She did one of them account talk about oh she understands why Shaggy chose Scooby. I'm gonna say yes, because just like a normal American, that
Mm-hmm.
dog over the love of no life, blasted idiot, Me tell her I say every day she keep on talking about oh the universe, this universe, that. They say you of all people for come so I'm glad say you come so and get look so you come and talk about the universe. See I'm saying tell her. Come and say yo there's
Yep.
no way I can see how everything in our life must be based through the stars and the moon and the fluctuation of the waves. All right, brother, this is not a fantasy story. Tell people every day, say, oh, real life where I live. If we were so affected by outside factors, I'm pretty sure that there would not be a planet for us to live on.
Yeah. It's crazy. And I'm gonna say about what I say, but when they say these things to people, it comes off as you being harsh. It comes off as you being pessimistic. You're being mean. You're being nasty. Listen, when since have we gotten this mediocre that these conversations can't be had anymore? You hear people now. What are you talking about? You just know that nobody can tell nobody said I'm wrong. How that makes sense? How does that translate to sense to people? How do you know you're ever wrong? How will you know that you're even wrong if nobody can tell us so you're wrong? How that makes sense, yo? I'm still away from the argument and nobody can give me a straight answer. How does that make sense? Somebody please make it make sense, right? Please make it make sense. I'm going to throw away everything based on how you feel. Let's see, man. All right, back to the original conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Providers, try to understand the role that you guys play. Very essential. And as such, you shouldn't make that role be easily compromised. Easily. That in itself is a big problem. People's morals get compromised so easily. So easily nowadays. Some man give them life because a girl. Some man give them life. Man give him life because woman lied to him about something what she do. Friend lose him life in New York because he did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong but walk away. The only thing he did wrong was take too long for walk away. And it cost him life. So none to this girl, you know. I tell her bread stink, I tell her she bad man, none of that. He lose him life. And the guy who make him lose him life, him, the president now. Again, me ask a question, everybody look at me like I'm weird or something wrong with me if you ask it. How that makes sense to certain people? How that makes sense to certain people, swear? I'm about to jeopardize my entire life, my future, and have no idea why I'm about to throw it all away. And people in this day and age would have smile and cheer you on, shooting this man, beating this man, all in the name of that he violated your woman. And you go to prison, or you die, and another man is bending her over. You think she remembers you while she's getting them back shots? Hmm? Do you think her mind sways to your grave? Well, my sweat.
God damn.
You think she is crying for you under all of that agony? Hmm? You think so?
Oh shit.
Sorry for saying this for some men, but you need to really think this thing through, gentlemen. Seriously, think this through. Don't make your little head make you lose your big head. For that, me have to say it that way there. Don't make your ego make you throw away everything that you either have or is working for or already have. Try to understand something about American people. Do you know how people become homeless in this country? Getting caught up. Listen what I'm saying now. You become homeless in America for getting caught up. Which means you're at the wrong place at the wrong time. Police don't like your answer and hold on for you. Them suspect you something. You want people catch up. So once you are unable to work to pay bills, the system literally destroys your life. It automatically destroys your life because you're not working. That means you're not paying your bills. You lose your home. You lose your vehicle. You lose a child. You lose everything systematically. Yes or no, doctor?
I say basically you know have a use for them head. It is a sad reality, really. Huh?
Like it's a joke. Like people say all these things because people don't know better to do them life.
I mean, what this I make what 101 videos that we've done. You know, shout out to the 100 video milestone that we just passed. But you know,
Yeah.
we have done 100 videos speaking about the same thing. And really and truly, we could have gone any direction with this channel. We could have dedicated this to speaking solely about movies, cartoon, anything, and it would have still amount to the same thing. Because same things that are in fiction, they in a real life. And people, you know, I find it so ironic, so the media that we love so much shows us the exact truth that you claim you are avoiding, and yet still people walk over it. Because everything you said,
Of
brother,
course.
I guarantee you, it has been said before in some way or form, in some media. But people just pass over because, oh, that's not the important part. But a man get shot in the head, blood splatter across screen. Oh yeah, hooray!
Let me
Jumping,
get a perfect
jumping.
example. Let me get a perfect example. I'm gonna say it's just the way a mankind look on things. For example, right? A man will sit down and watch a gun show for what 3 hours. Murder, plot twist, betrayal. 3 hours straight, he must stay up and watch it. Make a video more than 5 minutes. I talk about structure, education, certain forward moving thinking. I mean, I tell you, it's a problem after that. Yeah, I know. And I got a slide too, so yeah. But you don't know. We'll talk. Definitely. But yeah,
but we see that every day on full channel, brother. Alright, look funny. First half of I think the week before last week's podcast that we did, where Trudy was involved. First half of we talk about structure of family and then something to think. Or something about structure of integrity. Which it had about 15 views overall. And a bit more on the Anchor the Spotify. Really Spotify it'll grow more. But the minute we start talk about putting nonsense.
Yep.
About 2 hours. I believe the video did there were 28 views if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, you know. You can enjoy your media, but the thing about it is y'all miss the point of most of these podcasts. And again, the blame, I highly bring this say most of these podcasters them drop off the ball and they get discouraged way too easily. I mean, I have to bring back up the manosphere because them start the foolishness, brother.
Yeah.
They started out so well. Most of them.
Yes, I did.
Started out so
I was
well.
actually praying for them.
And then all of a sudden, you realize that the whole of them, ever since KS gone, and make me be real here, KS, yes, he was real, but the man was an asshole. About a lot of things.
True. Yes, he was. Oh my God, you hate Kevin? No, I don't. Still one of the realest niggas I ever met.
But
in terms of
but again, he's no saint. And trust me, you see, me read more into how the man passed away, brother. Yeah, it wasn't a pretty thing for really dive into how the man really passed away. But again, the man did what he had to do. And most of what he said was facts. But again, he was an asshole. And a lot of things that he said was said, I mean, to an extent, of emotions. But you can understand where it's coming from. Because he is just as frustrated as the rest of we with our own species.
Pause a second. There was a time when him same one did a whole podcast with this lady. And the lady attacked everything that's good. I mean, the woman so unaccountable. But the thing is, she not directly say, you know. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to pick out what she had tried to say without saying it. But he want her to say it because his audience want that oh there that's the accountability. I'm like, wait, she is being accountable. She's just not saying it in the way where Kevin wanted for said. And in poke, in prog, in try twist the question. And I was really disappointed. I'm like, yo, for once, we can say this woman is not being the typical Ray. But because he has to do it, because it's a part of the entertainment aspect of it.
Yep.
And I mean, nobody trick you. Just like anybody else, he understand what red pill rage is. And realize Fresh Pit was making a shit ton of fight.
I mean, KS is no stranger to it. I mean, a couple of man podcasts, them, he has shown that vulnerability. When people attack him on board his whole thing. And you know, honestly, yo, I don't think I'll go down that road there because, yo, whatever. Yeah, Lizzo makes she live her life. Whatever. When she dies, she dies. I don't care. It's not like I say oh, the man did say anything overly wrong. But, you know, KS is not a saint.
No, it's not.
But the problem I had with the Manosphere after he left, after he passed out, was that them man said the same nonsense over and over again. And it wasn't until we did the podcast that we say, yo, okay, so we ransack everything that females is wrong with females. What are the solutions? And it really got me thinking. I said, yo, you know, so Bradshaw have a point though. We there chat off most about everything that is wrong. Why aren't we coming up with solutions? And we brainstormed for most about, I think, what, 4 hours we did take?
Yes.
We came up with multitude of solutions. And that's why controversial topics is where it is now. Because we realize that, yo, screaming into a microphone and complaining about the world gets us nowhere.
Thank you. And quite frankly, we need balance. I'm going to be honest with you, people. Try to understand this. At one point, a lot of the black influencers who have literally jumped ship and literally started appeasing to women only, they used to be fair. They used to be leveled when them in their assessments, in their analysis, and also in their judgment. They used to be very flipping fair at one point. Derek Jackson used to be fair. Believe it or not, the king of simps used to be fair. You have a next light-skinned one where we have a beard. We're going to call a bitch from what day. Back then when he's like, my future wife. That's how he started Facebook. He used to like quotes to encourage women and men and my future wife. I'm going to do what I need to do to make sure that when we meet, this is how he came. He came at the woman's point of view. His goal was to make women fall in love with him. And I feel like he made a few men fall in love with him too. But understand this. Once I realize a woman buy, and that most people didn't realize, this is a business at the end of the day. Contrary to what people may or may not think, for a lot of people, this is a business. It's a business for some more than it is to help people. It's more to profit off of people for some people.
And to be fair, not really wrong with that.
I was about to say that. I was like, to be fair, I mean, everybody, it's okay to profit off of, but my problem is this. Profit off of what brings solutions to problems.
Yeah, I was just about to say that because if you did it, I make all this cash and everything and all you've been profiting off of, like Fresh and Fit and Derek Jackson off of, that is essentially a bunch of lies. Then we will have a problem.
Well, yes, it is. And all right, let me I said this to somebody once. I can't say they're all directly just lies. There are some truths. But here's the problem. Them warp the truth so much that you can't even tell that it used to be the truth. Like I said, Derek Jackson used to be fair.
Like that, Dean. They are selling what they themselves don't even believe in.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that is the most disingenuous thing you can ever do to someone. Indoctrinate them into your culture, and at the end of the day, you yourself aren't doing what is being told or sold. Because how you fit tell a man, say about, oh, go to the gym, blah, 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 yada, 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 and your ass is at your house, go through wings by the dozen. It make no sense, brother. It make no sense. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like say, yo, women are easy creatures to deal with. Yes, but again, who can really blame them some of the time? Because you have some weak ass man out there, you know what, man? Like,
Mm.
you have some weak ass men who are the mere fuck say you one girl, raise them voice, and man them tremble. But man, the last time a female raised them voice off of me, the look alone when me give her makes she shut up.
There you go.
Because when I look at her, you know, I'm saying, what the fuck do you think you're screaming at? This
There
is
you
not
go.
your daddy, not your brother, and certainly not your man.
There you
I
go.
want to know who you're screaming at. And this isn't me trying to
Understand.
be some alpha male people, but it's simple common sense, especially when you are in work environments that need you to have
People,
some level of
let, let,
balls. Cool?
let me let me add something to what you just said. People, what he said is nothing but alpha male. That's just being a male. Men do
Exactly.
not like men. Don't like when you get loud or your tone change. I try to explain to my wife that men are tone sensitive. Men be kill people, not for what them say, how them say it. Try to understand that, ladies. If you want a man to, all right, like I explained to my wife myself. Mm-hmm. So yeah, yeah, it's ridiculous. Mm, hold on there.
Mhm.
Um, balance. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked, but balance is more essential than anything else, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, if you want a long-term relationship, you have to balance your expectations with reality. And gentlemen, if you want, an actual relationship, you're going to have to balance reality with your expectations. It's the refers to uno. You have to balance reality with your expectations. You can't say you want something you not work for it, Rasta. Ladies and gentlemen, if somebody has said the other thing to one and them not do you not see them 7 or 11 ladies, you know how you tell if a man is really about what you must say? His actions. His actions, sir. And that's how men have been sizing up women for years. It's not one to say. It's no actions when I'm reading no by. How no actions reading no by. And a man can make a bed, say. Him knows him can sleep with the next man, him virgin girlfriend. If him willing for bed. And if a man bet him and he makes him clap the cheeks them. What you expect? The man see a girl for what she is. Again, female nature is female nature. Women are like medicine. You have to practice them. I mean, it's sound bad when I say it like that, but be honest with you, ladies. If you weren't aware, woman is like it's like a skill. To get a woman, to acquire a woman is like a skill. You know for talk, you know for run certain joke, what not what's you have to be in, which frame you're supposed to hold, a masculine frame, act like man, all of that sweet jazz rasta. But in the same breath, if your woman is not reciprocating the kind of energy that keeps you in that frame, sir, leave. I mean, know every time I say it that way, that people like, oh my God, you want for this dash from a 4-year relationship? I say, all right, before you dash your 4-year relationship, draw up a little graph, a little, you know that the old fashioned, you one line down, one line across, you put pros and cons, and you take your time and go through a list of questions pertaining to the relationship towards how far it go, how long you've been in it, and what he's been saying. The pros are the things that you say beneficial, and the cons are where have been happening since you've been lining out all those things that you are aiming for. This is the part where most people leave out when them say them take people serious. I believe certain hard questions need to be asked, and I'm going to make a list of questions that I believe should be asked because these list of questions are essential for no saying now waste your time. Ladies, like I say, it's unfortunate. I wish God did make it to me where we can wait until we're in our 50s before we have kids. But unfortunately, it's only man alone God get a part because we hold the seed of life. You're the incubator of life. If the incubator don't use, it's shut down. But the seed of life still lives. Robert De Niro, at age 81, I think, breed somebody. Man's on his 7th child. He has 7 already. It's his 8th child, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But he had to do with a younger woman. He couldn't do it with a woman in age. He holds the seed of life like almost every other man. Take time to know her. Not an overnight thing. Take time to know him, please. Please don't rush into this thing. We need to get back to a place of scrutiny. We used to scrutinize one another to see if this person truly living up to what them said them going to do. What has he done in the last 3 years? Is he okay with you talking to any of his exes? People, pay attention, you know. If you see nothing red flags, boss of a problem you're talking to him, why you want to talk to her for? Eh? Is what? You don't trust me? Again, this is a life partner you're looking. You're not looking somebody for just fuck. So yes, long-term partner, life partner, whichever title you get, you want to make sure that this person is here for all the right reasons and not come for waste your fucking time. This person don't come waste your ass time. I'm not an advocate for people playing games with other people time and them energy and them money. Not upon that. I'm gonna teach my daughter from day one. I say, hello. Is if you don't see yourself going out with this man, or if you don't see yourself being any form of involved with this man, don't entertain him. Don't waste him time. Don't take him things. Don't lie to this man. After the first day, tell him the honest truth. Yeah, you know, I thought it was possible. I thought there was chemistry there, but it don't work out. By the way, for the first date, gentlemen teaching your daughter said don't order the most expensive thing on the fucking menu. Especially if you don't certain about this man. You understand me? You don't do them wicked thing that man will pray you. Man will pray for hurt you. Especially when him say, boy, the girl just name $70 out of man pocket. And not even a hug or a blood clot. You make man said to do all man are wicked at trust. I mean I say me agree with them fucker because man for be bigger than that. But ladies, try if you understand. Don't put yourself in that position. Don't put yourself again I keep repeating this to people. Don't. Oh, but him supposed to have self-control. That's not a real man. You understand that? That's also the point. He can play with everybody because him look like man, sound like man, act like man, but I know man. It's a man carbon copy. It's a man imposter. It's a man imposter, love. This is why these questions, these things where you ask, and if him get offended, leave. Leave him. Don't try to make it work. He's showing you what he really is.
Move on.
I'm not saying the first wrong answer I make. I say watch his body language. If he's walking away, if he's saying this is whack, I don't want to do this. Why are you bringing this shit up? Leave. You don't need more than a red flag than that, Rasta. Anybody see themselves long term with you has no problem answering those questions. Anybody see themselves long term with you have absolutely no problem answering those questions for you. Because it's you him want or they want. They know say it's you is the better choice. They will tolerate or they will put in the effort. But ladies, you have to make yourself worth the effort. It can be too easy, too straightforward. All songs used to warn you. So you can't show every man you meet your teeth. You can't every man you meet, you can't show them a smile. It's all right to be a little sweet, a little. The thing that say it's supposed to be so forthcoming and doing wifely shit for a man who didn't earn wifely shit. Oh my God. You do everything like the man wife without the ring. You even go as far as have this nigga's children. Here it is, 2023. People keep about equality and woman them a lead and this and shit. I'm like, well, if you're a lead, then why you always be the worst kind of fucking man for Bumbuckler go to post? Eh? How you have a degree and yet you pick the crop on the corner? Hmm? How you have a degree and you pick probably one of the worst? You don't ever pick the plumber. You don't ever pick a man who Bumbuckler have a decent job. You pick a man who probably don't have a job. Because him talk nice. Oh my God. Ladies. And I tell no for control on the pump enough. A phone wall. A phone one fuck. Phone wall. Let me clarify that from now. For those of you who listen to this podcast and believe say, oh, that boy him brighty, like him a tell me who yo, just to make that clear. Fuck who you want fuck or you're a wall.
I mean, I personally don't care if you want to try life, but more power to your mama.
Yeah, but understand this, love. There are consequences of every decision they make in a life. As men, at a very young age, we learn that shit. Y'all reach an age where y'all is going to learn the same lessons what men have been learning for years.
And that shit gonna hit you like a freight train. And it gonna come fast. 90
Yeah,
miles an hour. That shit go
190
have
miles
you.
an hour.
Shit go have you go to therapy on the regular.
Yes, sir. You
Ask for
tell it.
advice. And
It's
then
some
all of a sudden now when it hit you say yes. What daddy told you, what big bro told you, and all sort of things. Yes. He had a point. But you never want to listen. It's
nope.
okay. We all make dumbass decisions. Sometimes it leads to pregnancy, sometimes it leads to disease, you know? Unfortunate as that may be.
Another pregnancy in a people. Try if you understand this. I'm not talking about just sex and breed for man and oh my God, don't think that's not all I'm talking about. Try to understand something, ladies and gentlemen, especially the ladies. You see, if you ever just give it to the wrong man, and the wrong man knows what he's doing with it, he will leave what is known as an imprint on you. And that is quite dangerous in this day and age. Let me explain. An imprint puts certain men at a certain caliber in your head. Even if that relationship did not work, you're going to judge the relationships from that person who imprinted on you. These are also the ladies who, once them give the man a piece, them normally leave because them realize that the man can't manage. Them realize the man can't manage. But how would they know the man can't manage? Because the experience where them one, well, we've been one from childhood through the Bible. So living a promiscuous sexual life normally leads to misery. We're at the cusp now, where we're witnessing those words from way back finally coming into fruition now. Young girls are literally in chaos. The examples, what I get from the older ladies, them, I hurt them. It not help them, it not uplift them, it hurt them. Girls who actually want to be wives are being educated, are being indoctrinated to hate that part of them nature. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there are women who actually don't want to be career women and women who actually want to be wives. There are women who actually genuinely want to be someone's wife, to have families, to make legacy. But society and social media shame them to want what normally women want. Women have always wanted over the, like I think I made this analysis once. One time when in Nazi Germany, when the Nazis came in on the Jews, and if they saw a nice girl, a nice cute Jewish girl, they said, yeah, you look cute, man. Is that your husband? Those your kids? Okay, you come with me. And then he'd hold on to her and like walk her out. When the door locked, you hear the house light up. Dead.
I know I shouldn't laugh, but goddamn.
Yes. The house light up like fireworks. Amount of gunshot them give the husband and the picnic them.
This mother.
You know what happened? This happened in nature as well. This happened when lions invade a pride and they kill all the cubs and chase off the former king. They take the female and the female goes into heat. Same thing happened to the Jewish women. And some people will be like, oh my God, they had to do this to survive. But then, well, I'm not done yet. But then years later, when them have a new family, new kids, you see a man who murdered her former husband. She fell in love with him. Knowing this man murdered her former family. Try to understand that. This did not happen. And but well, they had to do to survive. And when they do check back on them history, these women did not just survive. These women loved the men who eventually fell in love with the men who murdered their husbands and children. And they happily submitted, they didn't fight back and had kids for them, start an entire family and everything. So try to understand. I'm not.
And also, even though I know this might have some relativity to it. Any lion that takes over pride, he generally doesn't let the cubs of the former king stay alive.
Yep.
He normally either kills them or runs them out.
Yep.
There's in one instance, and I believe it was in some African settlement, where I believe the lion had run out the farmer. Well, it wasn't more so pride, it was like just that the lion there, the woman, and the cub them. And boss come from yonder, run him out, and strangely enough, boss end up take care of the cub them.
Rare.
Even long after the
The
mom
farm.
did dead, but
Yeah, but again, that doesn't normally happen in nature, my
yeah,
boy.
you know what that's why I say oh it's just a rare occurrence, but generally speaking, then
So,
cubs either get run out or get murked on a regular.
so again, people, let this be aware. In those Nazi situations I described, the children are young enough that the German captain or officer who pretty much take the woman from our family, they were young enough that he could have raised them himself. He doesn't want to. You see a pretty girl, the more make him own legacy with she. So get rid of her husband and her children. She grieve for a little while, then cocky start reach her, and then responsibility start drop down because condom they exist them time the rest. So try if you understand that, ladies. The world nowadays has changed so drastically. Them days the condom they exist. So when them man they a fuck up, broke him a broke. So you understand me? So woman, if you understand, times have really changed. Now woman can take a pill and not wash out her. To go doctor and him do a thing and everything just wash out and nothing. You know, you never know say a man bust a shot in a you. But back then there was no birth control. And there was no way of aborting the baby. So unless you have a miscarriage, you carry this bastard's child. You have to raise it tough. And raise it like you love it tough. That may make it. But I said this and I mean this. Throughout history has been the norm. Throughout history has been the norm for women to move from man to man. You know it sounds real bad now because society make it sound real terrible. But understand this. Back then when women moved from men to men, they were women to those men. They had to be because their survival depended on it. There was no bad bitch. There was no answering back. Ooh, who the fuck you think you're talking to? That shit never existed till the modern age came around. If a woman went as far as said that if the man don't beat her, he abandon her. And back then, abandonment is death. Back then, abandonment was death. So again, take this with a grain of salt. It's always been a woman's nature to adapt. Given the circumstances she's put in, women adapt. Men learn these lessons and learn them well. Because this might be the difference of you losing freedom over a woman. And in a matter of weeks, somebody else is already at the doorstep, knocking at the window. Big man, nothing to and ask her chance and the middle of getting her cheeks clapped. What pipe? Oh my God. Can you imagine the audacity? Can you imagine the trauma that man experienced? And she answered the phone and my boss, I clap it like I kill him, I try to kill it. And you count how much weeks, you count how much weeks you're gone, how much weeks it take for your next man start storming. So yes, times have changed drastically. Back then, if you even gone to jail, prison or whatever, society would have take care of the woman and the man's children because what? She was married to that man. Even if he went to prison, she wouldn't have just jump up and just send her on the pumps on the next Tom, Dick, or Harry. No. she was revered for being a married woman and actually keeping certain things about her classy. And she would wait. Yes, I know, right? You want to say mad in this day and age? Wait for who? What? Marriage was duty for a reason, people. Marriage was duty for a reason. Marriage was never a love story. Marriage was never a whirlwind romance. No, it was not. Social media and society don't want you to believe that crap, but it really is not. It never has been, and I don't think it ever will. Marriage was always duty, my dear. Gentlemen, marriage was, yeah, you know, most of well. One of them make anybody know say it is duty. But it just sad. You know, say people out there still believe say the world is this and the world is that, and people, like I said, people have gotten too simple-minded nowadays. People want things to be so simple. You know, my work, my turn successful, my for just get a girl because of all my years of work and sacrifice. Same thing as some woman think. My for just get a man because I did everything right. I went to school. I never get your belly. This and that, and you leave out the part where how much man some play already. Should. My little girl said she going to college for those 4 years and left with 36 bodies. What? 4 years and you left with 36 bodies. Oh my God. People don't even know the math of people. Divide 36 by 4. Divide 36 by 4. That's how much months take a year per year. My God, man. I run her little body out. And again, I ask this question, how does that help per se? Somebody make it make sense to me. How does that help? Hmm? How does that help exactly? Destroying your potential future for clicks and likes? Huh? Yeah. Like, how does that benefit you? Somebody's like, oh, men want an experience someone. I said, who the hell said? Who tell you that bullshit? Wait,
It's at this point where I must truly have to say this, and a lot of people might look upon me funny, but no one ever had sex for the first time and was the most amazing person known to
there
man.
you go. There you
And
go.
maybe some people go say, oh, but bad sex will ruin the experience. Well, guess what I have to say to that? Fuck you then.
Mm-hmm.
Because really and truly, who the fuck are you to be judging anybody for how they learn how to do things?
Can
Like,
I say something to put people not gonna like fear as well?
sure thing.
Believe it or not, even the stud muffin with the 10 pack, even he at times doesn't do that great in the bedroom every now and again. There are times when he does pop within the first 2-3 minutes. And he's fine by your standards. Oh my God, he's so hot. But yes, that does happen to him too. He's human. We don't know why people have this notion to this because you look a certain way that means that you're supposed to be like this exquisite fuck and you're supposed to be so perfect and no, who the freak said that crap? And that's all right. Like for example, doctor,
Yeah.
up here, there's just this unspoken rule when it comes to like partners in terms of sex. Like girls I'm up here believe say a man of my complexion,
Mm-hmm.
just based on the fact that I'm this black,
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm quote unquote supposed to be a hell of a fuck because of the shade of my skin. That's a stereotype up here. Because I'm darker than light skinned men. Like, for example, Dario and probably, well, that's a Yoto, probably. Yeah, you start get looked down upon because you're light skinned. Let's say America has made black people so stupid. So you're going to be judged based on your complexion now. Not you as a person, you know. Your complexion is being the reason why you're being judged. You know, always people say you're not black enough. You have people tell people say, oh, you're not black enough, so